What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 7 to the Sky. Guys, check it out. Last episode, we made all of these machines for FTB Industrial Contraptions. This episode, though, I think we might take a small break from it, at least at the start of this episode. What I want to do is I want to make ourselves a bigger battery for our normal FE power. These machines don't use FB. They use... well, it used to be called MJ, I think, or EU. No, it was EU. These machines used to use EU. They use a special type of power now, which I don't even know has a name in this particular mod pack. Let me get an F5. I cannot move around properly. Yeah, it has a different name. In fact, it isn't even named. It just has a little lightning bolt. It says lightning bolt per tick is what that means. I don't know. We'll call those EUs. But anyway, it's a different type of power. Anyway, what I want to do is make a large power storage for our normal power. I was kind of looking down here a little bit ago, and yeah, a lot of these magmatic dynamos that we have are constantly being used, and we're using all that power all the time. Some of these are not being used, though, and they are just kind of idling, not really doing a whole lot of anything. They could be going full blast and storing up extra power. So currently we have this one ultimate energy cube, which does hold 102 million FE, which does seem like a lot. But I ran this all the way down when I was trying to quarry previously in the end or in the Twilight Forest. I would like to have a large amount of power storage. It doesn't have to be like Draconic Evolution Dragon Ball style power storage, but I want something bigger. So I think we're going to go back into mechanism here. And we're going to look at the induction stuff. So these, yeah, we're going to need to make some auto crafting recipes for these guys. Yeah, these don't seem like they're a lot, but like when you put together this multi-block, oh, I guess maybe that 1.6 tera FE, I guess. Is that a billion? I'm not sure. When you put together a multi-block with those things, like it'll hold an enormous amount, and that's what we really want. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and start making some patterns here. So in order to do this, I need an energy tablet. I'm going to allow substitutions on that. So let's make the induction casing, and we'll do one. Actually, do we have an energy tablet recipe? We do. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. Induction port, yeah, we're going to need these. That's going to be important. And then we have to make, yeah, each one of these basic... well, I guess each one of these ultimates uses the previous in each one of these recipes. So that means the ultimate, we're going to need to know the elite. We're going to need to know the advanced and the basic induction cells. We're going to have to know the ultimate energy cube and the previous energy cubes along with it. So it's going to be a lot of fun making all these recipes. So this requires lithium dust. Do we? Okay, hold on a second. I'm not even sure if we have any lithium. We don't have any lithium. This is going to take us down a rabbit hole, but I guess the first things first, let's go ahead and get all these recipes created. This is going to take a large amount of time to get all of them done. We'll get all these created, then we'll figure out what we're missing and then try to be able to come up with the differences there and be able to make those things. Here we go. We have all the different recipes here for the induction cells, for the induction providers, and for the energy cubes. Yep, we have all that in here. And then we have the induction casing and induction port. So let's take a look at what it's going to cost and what we need for these different ultimate items. So if I wanted to make an ultimate induction provider, we are going to need lithium. That's the only thing that we're going to need. It knows how to make everything else, apparently. So let's take a look at the ultimate induction cell. And this one is going to need the same thing. It needs lithium. So 256 for both of those. So lithium is the next thing that we need to figure out how to make. So lithium is made from liquid lithium, and then we crystallize it into the dust. So that's going to be a thing. So we'll bookmark this. We'll bookmark that liquid. And the liquid is obtained, liquid lithium into the gaseous. I don't think it shows here, but I'm pretty sure, since I've done mechanism in the past, I'm pretty sure the way this works is you have to use a salinator. You take water, you run it through a salinator, which turns into salt water, and you run that through another one, which turns the salt water into lithium. I don't know how it works. It just works. So that's the next step that we need to do. Right, so I made a few more patterns here. So we're looking for a thermal evaporator, not a salinator. I don't know where I got that from. But anyway, it's a thermal evaporator multi-block. So that requires thermal evaporator valves for the input and the output, and then also requires a controller. And the multi-block, I think, has to be 2x2 on the inside, and I can't remember how tall it has to be. I think it says somewhere, maybe there's a book. I'll have to look this all up. And then we also need a way to heat that. So I made a resistive heater, which converts Fe into heat energy, which will heat this up and allow us to create stuff faster, right? So I think we should be good. It didn't seem like there was anything crazy in there as far as the recipes are concerned. So we need to make 2 of those controllers, which it is making now. Oh, it's got to make steel, I think, is the slowdown there. So we got to do that. We need 4 thermal evaporator valves. Whoops. Thermal evaporator valves. We need 4 of those. And this, again, is making steel dust. So yeah, we're going to make steel. That's the little bit of a slowdown here. Not too bad, though. So there's 4 valves. And then we have to make a whole bunch of these thermal evaporator blocks. Again, I don't know how much we need. Look at all those ends I just typed. Copper doesn't say in here. So I am just going to make a whole lot of them. So thermal. I don't think these are super expensive. Let's make 100. That's just going to be a bunch of steel. We don't need 100. I'm going to make 100 and we'll have some left over. Oh, well. So yeah, I'll come back after we got this thing set up and I'll show you how this works. Cool. So we have 2 of these plants, the thermal evaporators, up and built, ready to go. So yes, we have one that's going to be accepting fresh water, and then we have another one that's going to be accepting the evaporated water and turning, I guess it's brine into lithium, I think is how that works. So anyway, we have a sink here that's going to provide all of the water. So let's go ahead and start doing some things here. So we have water coming into this one, lots of water. We are sitting at a production rate of 2.71 millibuckets per tick. I'm not actually sure why we're producing anything, but according to this, we are. Yeah, but look at that. We are producing very little. I guess it's hot in here or something. I don't know. Let's grab ourselves a flux point, though, and we'll provide some heat into this. I'll just throw that right here. We'll set this. And wait, why this no connect? Resistance heater, FE. Can I not put in power from the side? Is it gonna be from the top, I mean? Oh, let's not fall into the void. Why is this not connecting? Maybe I have this backwards. I saw that there are these 2 green things. I thought that's where the heat got extracted from, but maybe that's where the power goes in. Let me try moving this. There we go. So does this connect to one of the green things? Aha! That's what I did wrong. So you put in heat through the thermal evaporator valves, because that makes sense. That's how you put the heat in. So yeah, we can see the temperature is now rising and we're making more millibuckets per tick. How much power are we putting in here? We have this set to using 40 FE per tick. We could bump this up. Let's use 200. All right, so that'll raise the temperature, which will raise the amount that we're making per tick, which is awesome. And that should be coming over here. And then we go, there's some liquid lithium. So the liquid lithium turns into the lithium dust. Does it say actually how much it is? 100 millibuckets. Awesome. Okay, so we need to make ourselves a chemical crystallizer, which I don't think... Yeah, we have not made that particular item yet. So this will just continue up to continue on filling up. Let's go make ourselves a chemical crystallizer. Chemical crystallizer. All right, is this thing expensive? Ooh, it uses fluorite. Refined obsidian ingots, ultimate control. It is a little expensive, honestly, compared to a lot of other mechanism things, but I don't think that's going to be a problem for us. Let's check it out. It's in here. Do we have the stuff? We have the stuff. Let's go ahead and start that up. Yeah, automating everything in mechanism definitely makes making these more advanced machines way easier. All right, so we have that done. And the lithium comes out here, and we have a chemical crystallizer, which has an input and output, I guess, is what that is. Or maybe that's, yeah, I guess that's got to be what that is. Let's go ahead and just place this thing like this. And I just need a fluid pipe to put into there. Does this connect? Like so, like so? Is that working? I don't see anything coming in there. It's not doing something silly there, is it? No, this machine might need to be turned around. Let's try turning this machine around this way. Empty. Why is nothing coming out? Liquid lithium. Try turning it around this way. This way. Does this thing need the fluid turned into a gas in order to turn it into this? I'm not actually sure. It says lithium. It does not say liquid lithium like this does. So I might actually need to get ourselves a rotary condensator, turn the fluid into a gas, and then put it into this machine. Aha, so that actually was the problem. So we are pulling the liquid lithium out of the evaporator. We are decondensing it into gaseous lithium. So liquid lithium to lithium. And then we are extracting that using a basic pressurized tube into a chemical crystallizer. We have the full upgrades in these machines, so they're running as fast as they can go. And here we go. There's some lithium dust. Now we needed 256, I think 256 lithium per ultimate thing that we're trying to make. So if we want one ultimate provider and one ultimate storage thing, yeah, we're gonna need a whole lot of this 512 just for those two items, right? So this is gonna take a little bit of time. I need to send this stuff to our Applied Energistics and set up a barrel upstairs where we store our bulk of storage. Yep, that's definitely gonna need a barrel over here, or a drawer, I guess. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and get that set up, and hopefully we can get this stuff extracted and turned into this lithium pretty quickly. Well, we've ran out of redstone, so here I am in the Twilight Forest once again. We have ourselves a digital miner, and we are mining ores from a large hollow hill directly below us. Yeah, so this was the spawn point. This is the hollow hill that we have messed with previously. Since then, I have come over to this one here, Hollow Hill 2, and then, well, I guess I mislabeled this. This should actually be 3. So yeah, this was a large one, and then this was a small one that I just got done mining, and then I came up here to another large Hollow Hill. This is where we're at right now, and we are mining this one out also. So these are the resources that we've collected. I'm mostly after redstone. We were short like 1100 redstone for the next thing that I needed to craft. We made the ultimate induction cell, but to make the other one, yeah, we needed like 1100 more redstone. So here we go. You can see we have almost 1,000 items that I can mine here. So I'm just going to let this roll until we run out of power, or it mines everything first, either way. But yeah, we definitely need this redstone. All right, guys. So we ended up collecting a lot of redstone from the Twilight Forest, and I put it through our squeezer that we have up here, right? So all of that ore that we just collected got squeezed. And redstone, we currently only have 1,600 of it. So yeah, we had a bunch more, but then I turned it into these induction cells. In fact, we only have 2 of these things, but they hold a lot each. So I think we're going to be doing pretty good as far as total storage capacity. And then we only have one ultimate induction provider. Each one of those allows you to input and output, I think 50 million per tick, which is a lot. But yeah, when you're working with big numbers, like if you get the reactor set up and you're making power that way, you might need more than one of those, but for our purposes we won't. Anyway, so we just need to put a port here, and then fill in the gap, and then we have a multi-block here, and this is going to store a lot. Does it show input? Yeah, 52 million input or an output. It doesn't say total, I guess 3.2 trillion FE. Or TF, is that Tera FE? I'm actually not entirely sure how much that is. I'm sure it's more than what we're storing over here, and this thing is filling up. Yeah, we had completely run out of power using the digital miner trying to collect that redstone. Still trying to get more power into here. In fact, I made 2 more magmatic dynamos, and it seems like we're keeping up on a lava. In fact, we have 2 of these that are still full, so We might even be able to add 2 more of these dynamos over here, but I don't want to go too crazy just yet. Anyway, so what we need to do is have this power connected to here, and then have our point connected here, sending power everywhere else, right? We do need to configure this thing. So I did make a configurator earlier. I made this so I could configure this pipe for the gas, so I could extract out of there since it didn't want to push by itself for whatever reason. So we want to configure energy. If I shift right click, transfer mode to output, input. So it's input by default. So we need to set that to output. All right. So that one is set. And then we need an input here. So we could do it one of 2 different ways. We could run this pipe all the way over and connect it to here, and then put this plug up here. Or we could make a secondary wireless channel where we send our wireless power to our battery, and then we input it through a point right here. And then on our normal channel, which we're already using, we just put that plug up here and then send that as normal. I think for simplicity right now, we're just going to run this pipe over and connect to this. I might run it under the ground just to make it so we're not walking over. So let's go grab some pipe here, and I will pokey a hole there, and I will pokey a hole here. Boop, boop, boop. And let's go under. I actually have to break another one here so I can get back up above, but that's fine. So yeah, we'll just run this all the way over and connect it to this. And now we are sending all of the power. Well, it's being split, I think, right now, but it will be sending all the power over here shortly. Let's do one of those. We will get rid of the, well, actually, let's just move this plug. This will go up here, and now our power is coming out of this main battery here, right? So all the power that we're generating is coming into here. It's being sent wirelessly like we've always done through here. And we can take this thing, and we will just set this to export or output on all sides. Output, auto eject on. So we need to set this pipe like so, and then I need to get one of these upgrades, and we'll just drain that battery completely down. Yeah, so all that power is going to go away. That's all going to go into here, so that'll help out getting our baseline energy storage going. But this, when this thing gets full, this will allow us to run our digital miner for so much longer, and it'll also provide an intermediary ability for us to start generating more power and not waste the power that we're generating, right? We'll have a place to store it. Yeah, so this is going to hold quite a bit for now. But yeah, we are definitely going to have to look at upgrading beyond these magnetic dynamos at some point pretty soon. So it looked like we weren't producing enough lava, so I went ahead and I added in 4 more fired crucibles and 2 more superheating elements. Well, I guess 2 of them per side. So yeah, everything got moved over by 1 over here, and then got moved over by 1 over here. And then it looked like we were making a little bit of extra lava, so I added in 2 more magmatic dynamos. So that's a total of 4 new ones that we've added today, and all of that is just going over here into our induction matrix. Now, keep in mind our ultimate energy cube, which we had before as our power store, this holds 1.2 million. Currently, we are up over 3 times more than what this little guy held in this induction matrix, and it still doesn't even show. This basically shows that we are empty on power, which is just ridiculous. Yeah, getting this thing filled up is one of the next things that we need to do. So I was kind of looking at the different methods that we could fill up our power. We could increase our power production. There are a few different things. So like there are solars that we could use. There's a solar generation mod in here that will produce power, but I was looking in this, while it does produce a lot of power, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to craft this thing. So in order to make this one, we have to have 8 of the previous. In order to make those, we have to have 8 of the previous still. And then in order to make that, 8 of the previous, 8 of the previous, and then 8 of the previous, 8 of the previous, and then all the way over here. So it's a bunch of steel, redstone, photovoltaic cells, which is lapis shards, iron nuggets, and glass panes. Like that stuff seems easy, but when you times that by 8 by 8 by 8 by 8 by 8, it gets really expensive. I could go through and make recipes for all of this and see what that actually is going to cost as far as resources are going to go. But I mean, honestly, this seems like this would be the best way. That's a lot of power, and we would be able to start putting that into our solar or into our power store. But yeah, it only generates during the daytime, and it is going to be resource intensive. Oh wait, aside from that one, there are the mechanism solars, which it doesn't say how much power this actually generates. I forget how much it is. I think it might be like 1000 FE per tick or something. I can't quite remember that. There's the smaller ones, there's the advanced ones, so we have those as options. I saw there was the advanced generators mod in here. Again, I'm not really sure about this. This seems pretty complicated. I feel like I've used this mod before, but like probably years ago. So I don't quite remember everything there is to know about this mod, and if it's even good to be used right now. It might be something that we take a look at in the future. So that's just another option. And then besides all of this stuff, we have, again, more mechanism stuff. So we have the gas burning generator biogenerator. So that's another option. It also has the reactor. So we could do fusion reactor or fission reactor. I can't remember if there's two different ones or just the one. So yeah, that's another way to generate an immense amount of power in that particular mod. And I'm sure there are many other ways that we can generate power in this mod pack that we'll just have to take a look at. What's your favorite way of making power in modded Minecraft? Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, guys, that is it for today. We're going to wrap it up here. Yeah, we got a large power storage. Oh, I actually did end up making a new Iridium Bee over here. We collected enough genes for me to do that. So we have 3 of them in there now, which is pretty cool. So they're just passively making that iridium for us. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.